Happy New Year from the world's most dangerous podcast, Not So Common NSC.
Happy New Year, NSC.
What's up, Q? Happy New Year, my boy.
What it do, baby? We in the building, man, for another awesome, explosive year. You know what I mean? Setting it off for the 2-4. For the 2-4.
For the 2-4. Hey, how was your New Year, boy?
I ain't supposed to be here. I want all you people to know I ain't supposed to be here. All right? Decisions lead to ends. I made it. It is a rejoice. It's always every year I get is a rejoice year because I ain't supposed to be here. So 24 is gonna be amazing. If I make it to 25, guess what? It's gonna be fantastic. You know what I mean? Take it always. Oh, don't let your boy see the 40s. Don't let your boy see the 40s, man. Bless, man. Bless the highly favored. You know what I mean?
Man, isn't it a great feeling when you realize, you look back over your life and you realize, like, some moments, like, when you say not supposed to be here, we'd have been in situations where we could have been gone, we could have been dead.
Yeah.
And
like
you look back at that. You know?
If you ever lost somebody close who was doing what you was doing, you see yourself within their death. You know what I mean? You can't help but to see it.
Yeah.
If you really being real, like that, damn, that could have been me. There's people who say that shit, but will never be in that situation. And there's people who really could have been in that situation. You know what I mean? Like a car accident, somebody runs a light and smashes somebody else. That really could have been you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it hit different when it really could have been you.
You know what? I think about, like, one time I was in a car accident like a few years ago, and I was going across the light. I had the green light, and somebody ran and hit me on the passenger side.
Yeah.
And I had a passenger, this female in the car with me, and I was just thinking that if I go a little faster, timing, like if I'm a little faster, maybe hits her harder, hits her more direct, or what if I'm faster or slower and I miss the whole thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about situations that could have been worse than it could have been, but you did.
Right, every time you dodge that bullet, like bullet's just a figure of speech. You know what I mean? It could be anything that could lead, like we was talking about car accidents, whatever. But when you dodge that bullet, that's time to be appreciative, player, because not everybody do. Like not everybody do, man. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Be grateful for what you got, man. Straight up.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook. I saw somebody. Again, it's always that story. Somebody on New Year's night. Some drunk driving stuff, and next thing you know, somebody in an accident, either dead or DUI, and it's like, man, every year. But you got to give thanks, though.
Yeah, man. Like, you be grateful that it's not you. It's okay to be remorseful and thankful at the same time, because both are lessons you can learn at the same time.
You can.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's those gems you got to figure out through life. You know what I mean? People can tell you about it, but it's up to you to realize that it's going on. You know what I mean?
Man, let me ask you a question. So let's go back to last year, New Year's Eve, right? And you get a whole year. Did you do any? Did you feel like mentally, maybe physically or something that you or hard working? Did you gain? Did you get better last year?
I mean, my money is different, so yeah, you know what I mean? Like, whenever your money is different, what I learned in the square life, like, it's all about, like, from one year to the next, the growth, right? You gotta grow.
Right.
Like, and I'm definitely doing that, so therefore, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I know that happiness depends on self. So to say if I'm happy, you know what I mean? Like, generally, yeah, I'm happy. I'm choosing to be happy. So regardless of what the situation is, I'm trying to take a more positive outlook. You know what I mean?
Bruh, I feel you on that. Like, last year, my goal was more discipline, drama. Like, I was always in some drama stuff. Nothing major, but it's enough that grown men shouldn't be in sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I cut out pretty much the drama, the fat of drama in my life, and positive, and focus on being more positive, my vibrations, my energy.
Yeah,
it was always about being more positive and being more calm, relaxed, and only be a certain way, only be violent, only be angry when I have to be. Nothing else matters.
I feel to believe the reason people say I'm going to be more positive is because positive is a decision. it's something that can actually happen. You know, it's a very obtainable goal because it's something you choose to do. You know what I mean? Like
It's like
situation,
negative.
right? Like situations going to happen, which is going to change your view on things. That's what situations do. But
Yeah.
your overall who you are, like you can come back to that if you truly decide that's who you want to be. You know what I mean? So be positive, people. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like being positive a choice, being negative a choice. All that stuff is a choice.
Yeah.
Some people make themselves depressed, and I'm like, last year. So yeah, last year I gained. I read more books. I learned from those books. You know, we were doing a podcast. Everything was good, man. I feel like I gained. It's only more gaining. I think this year I'm gonna focus on a lot of discipline. That's the number one thing is discipline. Doing in all facts, whether it's doing more shows, you know, doing more reading, doing more working out, more discipline on everything I got going on in life.
Right. You know, and that's a big thing because that you're being self-aware. You know what I mean? It's the thing that I think that we preach self-awareness in decision making in mostly every topic we talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's the basis of like where we're coming from when we're talking to the people. You know what I mean? It may be few, may be many. The message is still generally the same. Like I feel like there's always a way to learn if you want to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first step is choosing that you want to learn, and then go for yourself for anything. You know what I mean? You got to decide that you want to.
That was like one of my first goals is go the first month of the year no alcohol.
Yeah,
you know, that's a major thing. You know, I think last year I drank a little more than I should a lot of times. You know.
Yeah.
And I think when I cut that out, I'll first of all save a lot more money.
Yeah.
And be in better health. And you know, it's not really hard for me to do. I think for me it was the going out that I wanted to do. It was boring. I wanted to meet people, talk to people.
Yeah.
And it was a way for me to I guess use that as an excuse.
But was an excuse to engage, or wasn't an excuse to like forget? You know,
forget.
Like what was the purpose? Like what was it? Like the excuse was it to engage with other people, or was it to like forget that things are boring?
So okay, I got you. So it was an excuse. I used that to go meet people. To of course, drinking make you forget about. Basically somebody I cared about, whatever, we not seeing eye to eye, whatever like that. So it would be an excuse to go out and meet another female. This, you know what I'm saying? And forget about the issues going out. So it was kind of all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I guess I saw it, but I didn't acknowledge it. And what you said, accountable, that's the first step. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you have to
the stomach of mine.
Right. You have to believe what you see. Like you have to question things that you don't have proof for, right?
Right.
Those things you have to question. No matter what it is, if you ain't got no proof if someone says something, you got to question it, right? But the stuff you see that's real time.
Mm-hmm.
That's happening in real time. You know what I mean? And that's the type of stuff you have to keep yourself accountable because you're living in that. Like so what you do with the stuff you see in real time is the stuff you need to hold yourself accountable for.
That's a really good too, because I always I believe in that. Yeah. But at the same time, that's why I said making excuses of going out and drinking and stuff like that. It takes you away from the stuff you should be doing.
It's a learned skill, right? It's a learned skill. So therefore, It's never too late to get that skill, bro. Like what you did, the first thing you did was like you checked yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. You realized what you needed to do, and you made a decision based off of the reality that you're facing.
Yeah.
Kudos. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's grown man.
Yeah, and then plus the drama that goes on at bars and stuff like that. And these people, like, I hate like when I go somewhere, I'm gonna chill. I'm usually more chill by myself, like just sit there, enjoy what I do, and leave. But you know, sometimes you start meeting, you go to the same place, like, and then you meet people, and then everybody has a circle, right? You know, you go in there, and everybody knows your name, cheers type shit, right? And then it's when the drama starts going on, that's when I'm like, oh, this is too much, because I don't know anybody that well enough to be in drama with you. You know what I'm saying? I know you here.
Right.
We shouldn't be in no drama. Or you shouldn't be telling me about anybody else's drama, which I can't stand a lot too. I don't want to hear nobody else's drama. Like,
right.
Get all that away from me.
Well, but at the same time, like, to get to the point of change, you had to realize that you were putting yourself in those situations. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that's where evolution, that's where the change comes from. You know what I mean? Because you realize that I'm putting myself in this situation, and I don't like how this situation goes. So let me just change. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if it was pick a different place or like just go complete isolation from those types of places. But whatever it is, you made a decision in a positive way.
Yeah. And I'm gonna stick to it no matter. Boy, I'm gonna use my boredom to just educate myself to read, write more, do what I get back to what I should have been doing that I wanted to do my whole life, but I wasn't doing it. Just plain and simple, wasn't doing it.
Which was
like getting back to my passions of reading and learning and writing and going to places that educate me. You know.
Word, like more.
And I feel like even,
like become more all around culture.
Yeah. And I feel like I slipped up on the podcast too many times. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have recorded here, but I'm not here. I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's another thing that suffered. I feel like.
Or I think the boredom disappears when it becomes like when your regular becomes just enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like, so if these are things you want to do, these are things that you're taking steps toward doing, it's never too early to enjoy the fact that you're doing it. You know what I mean? That may be too early to celebrate, like, you know, like you've accomplished something, but it's never too early to enjoy the fact that you're doing what you think, like, would fulfill you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
It's that NSC thinking, man.
That's that NSC. And then shoot. Hey, y'all look, I'm working out more hard than I used to be working out. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I'm more hardcore with it. So give me my birthday's in February. Watch the difference in, now in February.
Yeah, check that nigga face, man, from the earlier videos. He definitely been working. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, check that nigga face, man.
When I ended with the sauna too. So, yeah, man.
Watch out. But 2024, man. I hope that people take what is your hope for people in general for 2024? Not yourself, but for like the comment thing.
Yeah, just more with them educating yourself, man. Have more understanding, you know what I'm saying? Or look at things more objectively than we look at things. Sometimes we're stuck in our ways so many times that we can't see or we can't let nobody get their point of view out without, because you don't understand it, we think it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? You ever been in a situation where you trying to tell somebody something, or maybe you're on that side of you don't understand it because that makes it dumb, or because they don't understand what you're saying, that makes it dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I want people to have more objective mindsets. Not to just believe anything. Go research everything for yourself, of course. But have a conversation about something instead of arguing. I have people that want to come on this podcast so much and argue about shit. I'm like, I don't want to argue nothing. I don't have to argue anything. Now we can discuss whatever. With something I know you don't know anything about. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe it's like some background or whatever. Like, I don't care about an argument. You know what I mean? Like, as long as no bad intentions come from an argument. You want to argue? Let's fucking argue. You know what I mean? But I don't want to feel like, oh, this nigga might pop me after this argument. You know what I mean? Like, your intentions after the argument is what I care about more than the actual argument.
Yeah, and you're right, because a lot of people can't do it without getting too mad, because you're gonna say something that they can't defend. And now the only thing they know is, oh, let's fight her, let's do this, like, man,
it's only logical to know that if you get in an argument, it has the possibility to escalate to something else. You know what I mean? Like if you're just going around being happy, there's a good chance that it's just going to lead to more being happy. But once you get in an argument, like that can lead to anything. It can lead to hostility. It's not just anger. There's different levels to anger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people just got to know that. You have to know, like. So my wish for people in 2024 is more self-awareness all around, like self-awareness of like where you're at mentally, self-awareness of where you're at, like actually, like not just what you believe it to be or what you hope it would be, but where you actually are. And then you can make more positive decisions. Because I think we all should be focusing on making more positive decisions. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. That's what you just said right there about self-aware or people or seeing things for where you at. Like, I'm reading this book called The Mastery, right? It's called The Mastery of the Heart. And this guy is writing a book, but it's kind of like he's trying to reach people. But the way he says it is, I'm reaching you to where you believe you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that self-awareness or where you believe you are is sometimes it's an illusion. You know? Sometimes people think, well, things are worse than they are. I think they're better than they are. Or the thing, you know what I'm saying? It's an illusion.
But that goes back to you choosing what type of person you want to be. You know what I mean? Like if you choose to be the type of person that believes that bad things are going to happen because it's possible, you know what I mean? Then you're going to be a very paranoid, worried type person. Not saying you can't be dope, can't be awesome in other ways, but this is going to be one of your characteristics, which may not go across with everybody the same way, because not everybody's going to be as frightful, fearful as you may be to a situation.
Yeah.
Some people are going to say that's no big deal, and you can't be upset because someone else feels like that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Be self-aware and accept the fact that y'all feel different about this situation. There is nothing wrong with that.
And it usually it's over something that you can't prove anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just want it to be true, you believe it to be true so bad, but at the end of the day, you can't prove it and I can't prove it. So what are we mad for?
The fact that we need proof to talk about something is crazy. All right, like if we come to the conclusion that we don't agree, all right, then just to come to the conclusion that we don't agree, that's fine. It is okay. It is okay. Like arguments escalate to other things. Not saying that it will, but I'm definitely not saying that it won't. All right, like the possibility is real. In the situations we choose to put ourselves in, that starts from our own decision to engage in an argument, is something that we have to realize we do. And once we realize we do that, we can change that. You know what I mean? 2024, man. Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. 2024, self-aware all day, all year long. Self-aware. I'm down with that.
It's much needed. And when I speak it, well, I'm not just speaking it for men. I'm speaking it for women too. Like this is a human thing. It is a human crisis.
Hey, and this from me, women, you damn right, self-awareness is what you need to be. Oh,
yeah. It's needed on both sides just as much. Here's the crazy part. The more people that become self-aware can teach more other people about being self-aware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Positivity can spread as just as much as negative. Negative may spread faster because people want to hear negative.
Yeah.
People say they don't want to hear negative, but they want to hear negative. You know what I mean?
People do want to hear negative, and I can't say people. Yeah. Oh, that annoys me. That annoys me about people. The negativity they just want to be in. Sometimes, if I'm on mine, I don't want to hear yours.
But we kind of programmed to be that way. Like, there's the news, bro, who makes billions of dollars off telling bad shit. Like, how many times have you watched the news and the only thing they talked about was kittens and puppies?
Bruh, never.
For 30 minutes.
Nope.
Never. I've never seen it. You might get 15 seconds from some pet adoption agency at the end of the show.
Right.
And you may get the weather and hopefully that's not horrible. You know what I mean? But everything else is something you got to worry about.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you.
Come on, man. People
Even,
like receiving the negative, man.
yeah.
Like
Even that's why I stopped, man. Honestly, I used to listen to the Breakfast Club a lot, right? I stopped listening to it because one day I was listening to it and it was just nothing but gossip and drama on there. And I'm like, this is an everyday thing. I don't care about these celebrities like that. I really don't.
Right.
I don't care about none of them.
There's enough people who do. You know what I mean? Like that's your moment of being unlocked to what you think is greater. Like, so we got to accept that there's a flip side that someone else might unlock and find out that's what they like. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they got they're nationally syndicated. I'm a minority in that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's okay. It's not
And it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing against people who do. Like, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But it's not my thing.
Right.
You know?
And that's your self-awareness. It kicked in. Yeah. It's like you was doing something that you don't need to be doing.
That's just like also, man, the Shade Room. I used to follow them on Instagram. I had to get rid of them because it was nothing but death and violence and a bunch of nonsense that I didn't care about. And I was just like, nah, I'm done with that. Getting that stuff out of my vision.
I fuck with all that shit, Woody. I fuck with all that shit. There's definitely times I find myself like looking on YouTube, watching videos about what those people go through, and they're getting information from the Shade Room and all that kind of stuff. So like, I fuck with all those things, but at certain times, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not gonna say I'm a consistent viewer, you know, but like everything has its moments, and YouTube is the king of rabbit holes. There will never be a greater rabbit hole than YouTube, because it takes up your time. Like Facebook, you may have fallen down a rabbit hole, but that might last for like 10, 15 minutes. All right, let's say you go for an hour, right? Just going down a rabbit hole on Facebook. You'll fall asleep going down a rabbit hole on YouTube.
Yeah. I just went through that. I literally just went there for the past couple of days. So
we all do.
I just went on YouTube, just down the rabbit hole, researching some stuff, and I'm just like, what am I doing?
I watch more shit on YouTube now than I do actual television.
Oh yeah.
Number one app on my TV, my computer, I'm pretty sure is YouTube. Like,
yeah, no, I'm on YouTube. Yeah, like I said, I just went down a rabbit hole the other day. Just next thing you know, I'm hours deep. Just all right. Well, let me look this up. And I'm like, man, come on, bro. This ain't helping me in life. All because somebody wanted me to watch the video that they sent, and they want to discuss it. And I'm like, man, I was going down the rabbit hole.
At that moment, you found some type of enjoyment. If you found any type of enjoyment at a moment, then you have found a moment of fulfillment.
That's why I was going down the rabbit hole, because I was like, man.
Just be self-aware and know when to cut yourself off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
agree with that.
Yeah.
2024, man.
2024, man. Yeah, I really dug this conversation, man.
Yeah, no, it was a good one, man. This is the start of something special this year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is a year that success, no matter what you see success as, it's coming. I know mine is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know yours is.
If you don't believe in it, who else gonna believe in it? You know what I'm talking about?
That's true. That's very
true. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, tell the people where they can find you at, man.
They can find me on all platforms. Not So Common NSC.
NSC.
You can find me on Facebook, Matthias Wilburn. You can find me on Instagram, Matthias_Dream.
Yeah.
And hey, look for me.
And as always, man, it's your boy Q. Check out my music. I am the songwriter. Look at the video, Beautiful Dreamer, man. You know, holla at me on Instagram. Q. That's not the letter Q. It's CUE_THE_ songwriter. Okay, it's not the letter Q. It's CUE. You feel me? I'm a difficult person. You know what I mean? But it makes sense to me, so I ran with it. So yeah, but I am cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once again, that's been another amazing episode of Not So Common NSC.
NSC.
We do what we do, and you do what you do, man. We appreciate every moment of your time. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.
Look at me. What about me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me?